very much testing. So let's just see where we get. And I'm also now streaming to YouTube, so it doesn't matter where you watch, you can see what's going on. And I've got Sav in Skype telling me what's happening. Now, I can't see for the life of me what's happening in Periscope. I'm going to try looking at that now. It says it's loading. It says I've got 16 total viewers, which is good. Shannon's there. Paul Wilkins is there. Andy Morrison's there. Carl Huff. There are people there. It's loading, it says. But is it working? Can somebody please tell me? Running fine on Facebook. That's excellent. I'm going to play some video in because I need to do that so that I can check that it's working everywhere. So please do bear with me because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. So here's some video.
Excited. I was at Vapor Expo, and whilst it was mostly juice, there was a bit of hardware, and this, which is currently rattling around because there's stuff in there, the Asylum Mods Sherman tank. Now, the reason I'm quite excited by it is you can see by the packaging, it's not a mass-produced mod tank. You know, we're so used to now to say, oh, here's the latest one from Kango, here's the latest one from Inakid, whatever, the latest Joytech. This is something that's a bit more grassroots, and it's been a long time since I've looked at something like that. I think the last thing was the Snapdragon from Eden Mods. So yeah, I'm quite excited to look at this one. So let's go down and have a little look at it, shall we? And then I'll come back. And a little bit of departure from the norm today. We are untubing something. So here we have the Asylum Mods logo thingamajig there, and the Sherman. Now I'm quite excited by this simply because it's the first time in a long while I've actually had something sort of more grassroots as opposed to a mass-produced tank. So let's dive in, shall we? So we remove the top of there, and it's days gone by. This is great. So we have here the tank. We have a foam insert there, and we've got extra bits and bobs. So let's just get this all out because there's something else in there as well. There we are. That is the entire contents of the tube. Let's just pop the tube to one side. So this is the Sherman as you would expect to see it out of the box, or tube. Here is it's poking through there. Here's a baggie with bits. So we got a screwdriver there. We got some replacement nuts, some screws, some O-rings, a couple of screws, a few O-rings, that sort of thing. We have an extension kit, which comes in the form of this piece here and this tank piece here. And we also have a plastic mouthpiece if you're not comfortable with using the metal one. Now, by way of a change, I've actually got my calipers out today. Hurrah! So make sure this is centered. Let's get some measurements because this is quite the beast. It's very weighty. These are plastic tanks, by the way. They're not glass, which might put some people off. So let's have a measurement of the diameter first. There we are, the measurement there. So as good as, let's just say 28 mil. Well, yeah, so 27 point whatever. Let's just say 28 mil. Okay. Height in this configuration. We won't include the tip in this. In fact, let's take the tip off to make life a bit easier for me. Height is 38.65 mil. There we are, if you can see that. In the small configuration. Now, this configuration, believe it or not, is actually only 2 millilitres. It only holds 2 mil juice. Oh, on the bottom there, we have the Sherman, and we have a serial number. So I've got number 156. There we go. So let's just break this thing down before we start vaping it. We got here airflow control. Now there are 2 airflow ports, one each side. I'm just spinning stuff here. Hang on. Let's actually snug that down because that would be why that's doing it. But you got the choice of using the a slot there, as opposed to I need a pointy device to illustrate. You've got the choice of using a slot or these 3 holes. Okay, so as you can see at the moment, these 3 holes line up with the intake holes there, and that is of course reflected on the other side. Or you could use this slot. There we are. And that lines up either side as well. You cannot have it, at least to the best of my knowledge, you cannot have it one side airflow closed. In fact, I'll just check that now. No, it's 2 airflows open all the time. I can only assume that the reason for these 3 holes on the airflow control ring is to get more fine control of your airflow, or you can just go gung-ho and have the slot fully open, which is how I've been using it. I think I would prefer to see the actual inside piece here, a slot that matches up with the outside, and then use this to actually control the airflow. Because the problem you got, if you use the 3 rings or the 3 holes, you get some tremendous whistling going on. So yeah, I think it would have been better if these holes, the airflow, get my words mixed up here, and if the air intake holes were a slot as opposed to 3 separate holes. So there's that. You have an adjustable 510 connector. I've not felt any need to adjust it because my mods are all spring-loaded centre pins, so it doesn't really matter. So to fill, you undo the top part here. Like so. There's quite a few threads on there, it turns out. And you fill down these ports here, so port one side, air out the other, yeah. While we're here, you've already seen it with the metal drip tip on. As I pop that on again. Give it a little twist. There we are. So that's how it looks with the metal drip tip. Or the plastic drip tip is quite fetching, I find. This is how I've been using it. There we are. That all blends in quite nicely, as you'll see. So yeah, to actually take the second section off, you have to undo this part here. Again, this is plastic. I can't see any reason why they couldn't have made this of glass, if I'm honest. There's no threads on here or anything. It's just a press fit. Let's have a quick look at the deck before I put it in extended mode, because that's how I'm going to be using it. This is the deck. It is massive, absolutely massive. I'm just trying to find another deck in order for me to sort of give this a comparison. You know what, and I can't. However, here is the atomizer from a TF-V8.
Now, there you go. At the risk of upsetting people, I've cut Matt short. Hello, AW Granger on Periscope. Nice to see you there. People that are watching live on Facebook, there are 3 of them. This is also going out on our YouTube channel, so it's busy. It confuses the living daylights out of me. Let's go to that camera, and then I know where I'm looking. Straight down that lens there. So, hi Tatlong on Periscope. Nice to see you. Lovely that you're here. I'm so pleased about that. Please do type in and tell me whether it's working, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Periscope, or whether you're on YouTube. We will be checking everything out. Trying to keep track of what's going on all the various different channels. I don't quite know how that's going to work out. But it does seem to be working. JMFC Fantasy, right, Simone Vapor is on Periscope, as is JMFC Fantasy. Sputsy's on Facebook and Periscope, and they're both telling me it's fine. JMFC Fantasy, of course, is Andy Morrison, who's one of the guys whose opinion I trust, as the same applies with Sput. So we're actually going out onto 3 different services. You can see it in 3 different places. That's fantastic. It's working. I'm stunned and shocked. And shocked and stunned. There are 2 people watching live on Facebook now, and it's going out on Periscope. Yeah, with a little bit looking at following wind. I should say this for all the Periscope people. On Periscope, this will be going out under the Vapor Trails TV account within hopefully the next week. I've created the account and I'm trying to get it all working, so one can only hope that it will do. Switch to that camera. Have I switched to that camera? I need to be there. Yes, I have. Switched to that one. Yes, braces. I went out for a bike lesson, and unfortunately, yeah, it was too cold, and I wasn't really up to it. Who knew? Anyway, that's the way it works. This is all very strange. It really is very, very strange. Let's go back to that shot there. Yeah, jump about the place as you do. Yes, this seems to work. Good. We seem to have got it sorted out. It's going to take a little bit of doing to get used to it, but we will. We'll get used to it one way or another. So Facebook will be available. I shall have a look on. Well, I mean, it's there. I can see what's going on Facebook. It's really quite strange having all of these different things in different places. We now have 5 people on Facebook. I'm stunned and shocked. Not to say shocked and stunned, but I am both stunned and shocked. So yes, thank you for tuning in. This is a test. It's only a test, but if it works out, we'll have, from vaportrails.tv, we'll have live shows on a Monday night going out on YouTube, Facebook. We can share the Facebook stream into the vape. You can you? Oh, so you can drop it. If you wanted to, you could share that into all of the different groups. Well, that's really good to know, because I don't know how to do that. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, Spuds. Amazing. So, yes. So the fact that it's going up on a page means that it can be dropped into any of the vape groups. That would be tremendous if people would do that. You know, not to spam other groups, of course. Devil horns. As if I would suggest such a thing. So, Sav, are you watching Facebook, or are you watching YouTube, or what are you watching? Because it's confusing. Aha! Carl Yuff and Dave Kitson have reacted to Vapor Trails TV's live video, it's just told me. This is, wow. I'll de-bigify that. 8 people have reacted to it. Like, comment, share as yourself or one of the pages that you manage. Oh, right. So I could share to a page or just share. I shall share it. Why not? Where shall I share it at? I'll post as me. And I shall post it onto my, where do I want to post it to? Share on a page you manage? No, share on my own timeline. I shall share it on my own timeline, and I have just posted it. So that's now being shared to my timeline. So if anybody picks it up from there, hey, isn't that clever? Who knew? Indeed, who knew? It's in HD, I've got volume set, and it's all working. Excellent, 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 excellent. So, right, yes. People will now see this on my timeline. It has gone live. I wonder if I could share it into other places. I may probably now then to set something up. Let's see what I can find. That's not where I want to be. You find a window. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. I want to go there. I want to find what I'm. Can I find what I'm looking for? No, probably not. I don't want to be there. I won't be there. I think. Aha. Let me just check something. If this is the one I think it is. That's not the one I want. Sorry about this. No, I can't find what I was looking for. All right. Let me go here. Let me go here. Just want to check what this is like. No, it's not going to have it. That wants to convert. I don't want it converted. Thank you very much. Share it into the group page. Excellent. Yeah. Let us share some video. Here it comes. So right, now, mouth to lung people, unite, untie, whichever, call it what you will. This is a Nautilus X which has just arrived in the post, and this is the 4mm adapter kit. And I want to put the two together. Now, this explains how things are going to happen. Let's look at the Nautilus first, the Nautilus X first. We've looked at this before, and it is outwardly a TPD compliant 2mm tank is what it is. So let's get this thing out and see how we can take a TPD compliant tank, which would require notification under the Tobacco Products Directive and the statutory instrument that enacts it in the UK. I don't need to go through it too much. There we go. So here it is, out it comes. Might just have busted a nail. Spare coil and what have you in there, spare glass. So now what we've got to do is take it to bits. So we unscrew the top and we take the glass off. And this is relatively easy to do, as you can see. That's it. So now we have a piece of kit that is neither use nor ornament to man nor beast, because it doesn't do anything, which is where this comes in. Now, as I understand it, at this point in time, this is not a notifiable product. Alright? It adapts the Nautilus into a 4mm tank instead of 2mm. Alright, it's not 8 or 10, but you can see exactly how this comes together and why it's a damn good idea. That's all there is in it. A tube, and that wasn't me sneezing, and an extension piece. Now, neither of those qualifies as anything other than a bit of glass and a bit of threaded tube. So how does it work? It's very simple, really. Having taken that bit to bits, we would need to put on the extension tube. We would need to put in the glass tube, and then, well, that's it, isn't it? It's ready to go. Absolutely bang on, ready to go. So why don't we fill it up and go from there? This, by the way, being a mouth to lung crossover thing, it's something I've got for Jill to try. So I shall find some of her e-liquid and put that in. And so here we are, Jill's liquid. As ever, you kind of need to prime it, so I'm just going to drop some down the centre. And that's all good. And then fill it up with 4, count them, 4 millilitres of juice. Right to the brim. Then screw the top on. And there you have it. Airflow control at the top, as you would expect. And that is now a 4 millilitre Nautilus X, demonstrating something that can be done with any TPD compliant tank, because the kit, as I understand it, the extension kit is not notifiable. It's not a nicotine containing product, and as you buy it in that box, you cannot use it for vaping by itself, in the same way as a drip tip if you like, is not notifiable. So there you are. I'll give this to Jill now and see how she gets on with it. What do you make of it? Just from a first look.
It's alright, I need a bit more air.
Right, you just turn the top, the actual top bit. That's what turns, and if you look at the side of the mouthpiece, you'll see that there's the slot.
Yeah, it's nice, considering I don't normally like a wide mouthpiece. Yeah, it's nice.
That'll do, will it?
Yeah.
Back to the studio. So there you are, that was just actually, I played it in really to see whether things would get there. Now I'm just looking across to the YouTube channel and I see Craig Harrison saying I've got no idea they're there. No, I hadn't. I do apologise, people that are watching live on YouTube. This is, as I said, it is a test. It's purely and simply only a test. And I've got that much running. My CPU is complaining something chronic, but I can see it's going out onto everywhere. Stunning, so it is. And we've still got 4 viewers on Periscope. So there you go. The test has worked. It works. We can get it onto Facebook, Periscope and YouTube all at the same time. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. I am very excited. John Muller's just said on YouTube, I would share all of this, but I don't know how. John Muller's very excited. Craig Harrison has realised that I've seen that they're there. Periscope people, I'm not seeing anything from you, so I don't know if anybody's making any comments. I can't quite see what's happening on Facebook, but I've got no idea. I've got every faith that we'll work out how to do that and get stuff in from everybody. But it all works. Who knew? Right, Andy Morrison's there. He says it's all good, so that's all good. YouTube's all good. Facebook is all good. It's all over everywhere and everything's all good. So that's amazing. And I just don't know where to look for the best. Vaping McVapeface. It's their first day on Periscope. Welcome to Vaping McVapeface. It's very nice to see you here. He said, falling over his words. It's completely, totally, and utterly incredible. This is totally incredible. I am so incredibilised. It's ridiculous. There you are. I'll look at that camera now. So thank you very much for tuning in and helping us out with this test. We have tested, we have shared it into groups. It's all over the place. Apparently 8 people have been reached, but it's telling me here that 14 people are live. He's still here. There's just a few connection problems. Your end or my end? And somebody else just dropped in as well. I can't see who. There you go. Oh, we've got likes flying across on Facebook. See you later, Sputs, mate. That's come up on Periscope. We will catch you later. And I'm just checking. Yes, Howard Vale's on as well. Hi, Howard. He's on YouTube. Oh, right. Vaping McVapeface is having a bad Wi-Fi day. That's what he said on Periscope. Yes, it's going to be very difficult keeping track of all this, but keep track of it all. We will. We'll find out a way of doing it. Yes, so thank you very much for helping me, because I had no idea what to do about any of this, and I don't know how to end it on Facebook or anything. But never mind. I shall draw it all to a close and say thank you very much, and we'll play out with the titles. See you later, alligator. There will be more testing done before we do it in anger for real. But thank you. See you later. Bye bye.